Friends, I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and welcome to my craft corner. I am so excited that you are here for tonight's mystery stamping. So if you're watching me live, go ahead, leave me a comment letting me know that you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you are playing along with mystery stamping tonight, which I hope that you are, because it's more fun to play than to just listen. So, hello, Carol Sue, welcome. I also want to give a big welcome to those of you who are watching the replay later. I'm so glad that you are here too. I hope that you leave me a comment. Let me know that you watched the replay as well. So, I hope everyone is ready for mystery stamping tonight. Hello, Jill. You're just watching and you're stamping along. Excellent. Good. Carol, you have your paper cut and ready to go. I love hearing that. So if this is your first time joining me for mystery stamping, let me tell you, I can speak, let me tell you how it works. So what I do is I have told you ahead of time, it's in the description to this video, wherever you're watching it, in the description is the list of supplies that you need. Hopefully you have those all prepped, cut, ready to go. Hello, Heather and Peggy. Oh, good, you're stamping tonight too. Then what is going to happen is I have a series of instructions of what you're going to do with those pieces of paper, and you are going to make a card. So where is the mystery? The mystery is I'm not going to show you my sample cards until the very end. So you are just listening to the clues, reading the clues, and doing what they say, and who knows what's going to happen. And that is what the fun is. So hello, Lena. Hello, Janet in Nebraska. You're stamping with me. Oh, good. And Heidi and somebody else on Facebook who's watching tonight. Sometimes the Facebook, it doesn't always come through and tell me who is watching with a name. It just tells me it's Facebook user. So it's not that I don't care that you are here. I don't have a name. So, all right. So are you guys ready to get started? I hope you are. I'm going to go ahead and flip around my camera and let's go. Let me see. Got to get the right. Nope. Well, where's my other? Where's my clues? There's my clues. Finally. Hello, Terry. And oh, that's Karen on Facebook. Hello, Karen on Facebook. And hello, Cindy. All right, here is clue number 1. And this is the supply list. So hopefully you guys already have that done. This is in the description to the video as well. So we're going to jump right ahead to clue number 2. Clue number 2. Fold the 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of cardstock in half to create the card base. Then adhere the pattern paper to the card front. So super easy. Fold your cardstock in half and add the pattern paper to the front. When you have finished clue number 2, go ahead and type done with 2. And when I see, a few of you have come in and told me that you're done, we're going to move on to clue number 3. So hello, Mary, watching from Linden, Washington. How is life out in Washington? I'm always curious. I've never been to Washington. That's one of the areas of the country that I have not yet been to. I have I think 9 or 10 states that I still need to go to, and Washington is one of them. So kind of that whole area. That's why we're like, well, we could just go to Seattle, but it's like, but I need to go to Idaho and Oregon too. So we might as well just go and do some big trip out there. So someday we'll get there. So hello, Peggy, you're done with 2. I already said hello to you. Now you're just telling me you're done with 2. Excellent. Peggy is done with 2. So it has been so nice. You guys, spring has hit Michigan. It is beautiful. I'm sure it'll be snowing next week. Because that's usually how it goes. Okay, I know that I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Gudrun, hello in Germany. I'm going to go to Germany this summer. I'm excited. All right, I've got a bunch of done with 2s, so we're going to switch to slide to clue number 3. Mary, yes, I'm also on YouTube. So we're here on YouTube. You're watching on YouTube. I'm confused. Anyway, all right, clue number 3. Stamp an image or images on the white or vanilla cardstock. Color if desired or needed. All right, so you're going to go ahead and stamp images on your white or vanilla cardstock. Image or images. This clue is probably going to take you a minute. When you are done with clue number 3, go ahead and type done with 3. That's okay, Mary. I understand. I get confused all the time too of where I'm watching. And I'm live in 3 different places right now. So some of you are watching on YouTube. Some of you, if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably going, why don't I see these people that she keeps talking to? That is because I'm also live in my Facebook group and on my Facebook page. So I have people like watching all over. It's 2 in the night, so 2 a.m. Oh, okay. You said I pronounced it correctly, but now I can't remember how I pronounce it. Gudrun? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll have to learn. I will have to look it up. There's great resources. Did you guys know you can look up how to pronounce names online? Excellent resource. So, yes. Oh, excellent. Why are you up at 2 a.m.? That's always the question, right? I'm always up at 2 a.m. I'm like, why am I up? It's 2 a.m. I do have samples to share with you tonight. Tonight's card is going to be really quick and easy, just a few clues. I decided we just needed to go simple this week. So we're making a card that you are going to be able to make with like any stamps. You're going to love it, I think. We'll see. Peggy is done with 3. She's our speed stamper tonight. Take a little drink of my spicy water. So it is chaos. If you guys could see the rest of my office right now, it is chaos over here. I am trying to get retreat kits ready for the Stampin' Cross Country virtual retreat that's happening next weekend. So in about a week and a half. So I'm trying to get the card kit, not card kits, they're actually retreat kits. Try to get those all out by the end of the week. Good run. Okay, I can do that. Thank you. So I'm trying to get those out by the end of the week. But that means like I've cut all the cards, and I kind of like I put them in different baskets or boxes so that I can go back and package them up into their packages and then go back and put them into, the box for the retreat. But that means like I have little boxes and little plastic bins full of cards because there's 8 different projects. So they're just like sitting on my floor. I realized I just don't have enough like staging area in my office. I need places to like put things that I am working on because right now everything just piles up. I don't know. Hopefully I can get all cleaned before we leave this summer. That is my goal. We'll see what happens. I am guessing you guys are all stamping away. I know this is the big step, the stamp step, and you guys have a big piece there. You have a big piece to stamp an image on. So, yeah. Jan, you're done with 3. Awesome. So the other big thing that I am gearing up towards that will happen in May, so I'm trying to do retreat right now, and then happening in May is product shares. You guys, once you see the catalog and you see all the gorgeous paper and the ribbons and embellishments, you're like going to be like, I need all of those. I can't just pick 1 or 2. So I have the perfect solution for you. It is to join one of my product shares. What you do is you reserve a share. I will actually bill those later in the month. And then I get all the paper and I cut all of the pattern paper up into 6x6 pieces. And you get a piece. You get 1 piece of each design from all the different patterns and all the specialty papers. The embellishment and ribbon, you get like 2 yards of ribbon, usually about 1/5 of a package of embellishments, depending on what it is. And you can you have some options of how you can put it together. You can get just the embellishments. You can get just the paper. You can get the paper and embellishments. You can get doubles. So lots of different things. And it's just a great way to get a little bit of everything. Peggy, you love the product shares. I love to hear that. I'm so glad you guys like them. And I package all of the paper gets packaged in individual packages, and they get labels with the names and the coordinating colors. So you don't have to wonder later, well, what DSP was that? What did that one come from? Because it says right on there You have a little package for each one, and it will tell you the name of it and which colors go with it. So you can easily pull out colors to go with it too. So hopefully y'all sign up because it's going to be amazing. And you guys, you're going to want all the papers. I want all the papers and I can't even get them yet. So, all right. Heidi is done with 3. Jan is done with 3. I know Peggy was done with 3. Trying to give everybody just a minute. We'll give maybe like a half a minute to a minute more. If you're not done, you will be able to go back, later and do it. You said it sounds great. It is great. I think product shares are amazing because I don't know, even when I was a customer, I wanted to try everything, right? You want to just have everything. Well, what if I want that piece? I need it. All right, Carol Sue is done with 3 as well. Let's go ahead and move on to clue number 4. Clue number 4, adhere the white or vanilla cardstock to the smaller piece of cardstock, and then wrap a piece of ribbon around the layered white cardstock and tie it in the front. All right, so you're going to adhere the white to that smaller piece of colored cardstock that you have, and then you're going to wrap some ribbon or some twine or whatever around the front and just tie it. Easier said than done, right? That's what everybody tells me when I say, just tie your ribbon. I always get told, well, I can't tie ribbon. You can. I know you guys can do it. Y'all tie your shoes every day. I hope. Maybe not. Maybe you guys wear heels every day, or you have Velcro shoes. I kind of wish that they made light up Velcro shoes for adults. I think that would be pretty snazzy. You could run around and have the lighting up. Little kids tell you it makes them run faster, right? Maybe I'd actually want to run if my shoes lit up. No, probably not. All right. Oh no, somebody's mad. The size of that colored cardstock, you didn't get it cut in time. So let me think out loud here. I think that it is 2 3/4 by 4. 2 3/4 by 4 inch. So your white cardstock, I believe, if I remember correctly, is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. And the colored cardstock is 2 3/4 by 4. Now, if your white is 2 3/4 by 4, just size it up 1/8 inch for the color. Heather, you wear your Hey Dudes slip-on. I don't know that I've ever heard of Hey Dudes slip-on. I don't think I've seen those before. I'm going to have to look that up. Tell me more. Are they comfortable? Are they like clogs? Are they like Birkenstocks? Peggy, you love dudes too. Well, I'm going to have to definitely look into whatever these are. And Jan says they're so comfortable. Well, I am totally out of it, but I knew that. My students pretty much tell me that every day, that I am totally out of it. Your doctor wears them. Oh, my doctor, I think she wears heels. All right, now I'm going to be like running to Google afterwards and going, what are Hey Dudes? All right, Peggy, you are done with 4. Awesome. This card is actually almost done. We're almost done. I'm sure you can tell just by looking at your card. I'm sure you can tell that it's almost done. So, it's always like, mystery stamping is hard for me because I just have to like sit here and talk. Like I'm not doing anything with my hands. So, Lisa, your grandsons all wear them. Interesting. Yep, I'm definitely out of touch. I told my students we were doing a little like an improv game this week. And I was having them in groups. They were like setting themselves up as family portraits, as different types of family. So I'd give them a family and then they would like set themselves up as a family portrait, right? So like we did like, like a very influential family, or Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, I told my students, I was like, do a glamour shots family. And they were like, what are glamour shots? No idea what glamour shots were. So Tracy, you're just following along. Jill, you're done with 4. All right, I'm waiting for a couple more done with 4s before we move on. So then I was like, okay, do a Brady Bunch family. And they were like, what's the Brady Bunch? It's like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I cannot give any more cultural references because I am completely out of touch with culture. So, Carol, you're done with 4, but your bow is pretty sad. I am sure it is fine. Heidi is done with 4. See, I don't know how many people are following along. It's hard to know. I know Jill is done, Peggy is done, Carol is done, Heidi is done. Let's see if we get 1 or 2 more done with 4s before we move on to clue number 5. Everyone is too busy tying for typing. Or maybe you went back and are doing some more stamping still. I know the stamping takes a minute. So, what else? All right. I told you how unaware I am of culture. Cards by Coco, you're watching. Hello, welcome. We're nearly to the end, so pretty soon we get to the good stuff where I show you the finished cards. So, Janet, you're done as well. Awesome. Love to see that. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to clue number 5. Here we go. Clue number 5. Adhere the layered white or vanilla cardstock to the card front. Stamp, I think that says stamp a sentiment on the white or vanilla tag or shape, whatever you have. All right, so adhere that white or vanilla cardstock to the card front and then stamp a sentiment on the tag or the punched shape, whatever you have. Lisa, you're waiting for the reveal. All right. Waiting for the reveal. And I did make a couple different, most of them are kind of the same, but I did make one that was a little bit different because really you can follow these instructions and come up kind of with a bunch of different cards, really. And they'd all be great. They'd all be fantastic. So I will have the quick reference guide for this card layout. So this turns into a sketch card and I will have the quick reference guide for the sketch. It will be going out in this week's email newsletter on Saturday morning. So hopefully if I get everything done. Oh, the retreat boxes. So much good stuff going in there though. You guys, I hope that the people that are going to the retreat absolutely love the boxes because there's some great stuff in there. So, and I'm excited for the projects. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun day of stamping. So, let me see what else we got. What else do I need to share? So I'm thinking of doing some, so I told you about the product shares. Peggy, you're excited to get your box. I'm excited for you to get your box too. I told you about the product shares. I am thinking about doing some color clubs because we have the color refresh and then we have all the in colors. And I know some people are like, I want it all and I just can't get it all at once. And so I'm thinking about maybe doing some color clubs where you'd get a little, a couple colors every month and probably some free tutorials using those colors. And then by the end of, I don't know if it would run like 5 or 6 months, you would have all the new colors. So I'm still trying to work that out and figure out how that's going to work. There's a lot of like figuring that goes into this to make it like to something that I think would really work for everyone. So if you guys have ideas or if that sounds interesting to you, definitely let me know. Because if nobody's interested, then I don't, I won't do it. So I'm a little bit on the fence. I've been trying to decide what stamp set we want to use for the May card class. And I've been a little on the fence and I'm like, well, maybe I just won't do a card class. because you guys are hearing it first. I haven't even put this out in the newsletter. So if you're here tonight, you are hearing it first. We're going to take a little break in the summer. So in June and July, we are going to take a break from card classes, which is sad. I'm going to miss doing them, but I'm not going to be around to do them. So we're just going to take a little summer hiatus. I know people get busy in the summer anyway. You all have a lot more going on, outside doing stuff, all that kind of good stuff. So we're just going to take June and July off, and then we'll be back in August. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to just skip May too, or do I want to try to figure out what stamp set to use? So I don't know. All right, Heidi is done with 5. Janet is done with 5. Waiting on a few more done with 5s before we move on to clue number 6, which I think is going to be the last clue. I think clue number 6 is the last one. So, yeah. So yeah, so I'm sad. I'm gonna miss y'all. Peggy is done with 5. Jill is done with 5. Heidi, you want to keep May? All right. I gotta decide what to do. Carol is done with 5. And of course, in April, that's the month we're in right now, right? In April, we're using The Greatest Journey, which I think the stamps out or the dies. Part of that bundle has sold out already, but we're gonna do it. And that's coming up in 2 weeks. So, all right, let's pop ahead to clue number 6. Clue number 6, using Stampin' Dimensionals, adhere the tag or shape to the card front over the bow in the ribbon or twine. So you have a bow and you're going to put your tag or shape over that bow and then embellish as desired. Yay! So when you're done with clue number 6, go ahead and let me know that you're done with 6. And then I'm going to reveal my sample cards for you. So let me know when you are done with clue number 6. So really easy card. Like I said, you could do this with so many different stamps and papers and just anything. It's just a good go-to design, right? All right. And I've been working so hard, you guys. On Thursday, we are going to be using the two-tone Flora stamp set. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you, the two-tone Flora stamp set. That is from the current mini catalog, and it is carried over to the new catalog. So it's still going to be available. It's not retiring. So I'm using that stamp set with the coordinating Something Fancy stamp set. So there's the two-tone Flora, and it coordinates with the Something Fancy. They did one of these things. They like to do this. Like they made one whole set of flowers and one whole set of sentiments, but they work really well together. So I'm going to be using those two things, and I am putting them with this new designer series paper, the Countryside Inn designer series paper. I'm putting this with the two-tone Flora. So we're mixing the old with the new. That's what I'm going to do Thursday. I just finished those cards just before we went live. I finished them finally. And then next week, Tuesday, we're going to do technique. Yay! And I don't know what we're doing next week, Thursday. We'll have to see. All right, Peggy is done with 6. Carol Sue is done with 6. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take out our slides, and we are going to look at the samples. Let's put this like this. There we go. Everything big. All right. My first sample card uses the returning Pretty Peacock, and I paired it with the new Daisy, and I don't remember what that Daisy set is called. Do I have it here? This new Cheerful Daisies stamp set. I use that, and I use the paper that goes with the Cheerful Daisy stamp set. So here is my first card. So there's that paper, which has that Pretty Peacock in it. I stamped the daisies in the new yellow or lemon lolly, lemon lolly, and the outside of it is that new wild wheat. In the center is the copper clay. So this is the copper clay as well. And I think the stems and stuff, I used the Pretty Peacock on that. So that is card number 1. Now I made a second one, like nearly the same, but a little bit different. You love the daisy set? So look at that, like the same, but different. So here is the second one. And for this one, I didn't actually use pattern paper. I embossed a piece of cardstock for that back layer instead of pattern paper. And here again, I used the lemon lolly, and I think I used it with Daffodil Delight. And then I think this is the copper clay, I think. I'm having trouble, like when I just see it between the copper clay and the pecan. When you put them together, it's fine. I can totally tell. But I think this is the copper clay. And then I stamped the oops a daisy, so sorry, and I cut that with the dies that went with this too. So, you know, the same card, but kind of really different looks. So here's that one. And then I decided to pull out that bottle set. What is it called? Bottled Happiness. I have to look at the sets on my shelf. This is carrying over to the new catalog as well. So I decided to pull that out. This is the paper from the Hello Irresistible paper, I think. It's one of the online exclusives. And it is in Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon. And so this paper here, this is that Lost Lagoon paper. And it looks, look at how beautiful it looks. Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock together. Ooh, yeah, so pretty. Gonna have to make some cards with that. So, and I did stamp the message with the Pretty Peacock. So that one is that card with the Bottled Happiness. Peggy, you love the daisy set, and Heidi, you love the Bottled Happiness. Ah, so much fun. All right, here's a little sneak peek, I don't know, sneaky peeky of what I'm doing for Thursday, because here is that two-tone flora set with the Something Fancy set and that new pattern paper, the Countryside Inn pattern paper for the background. And you guys are gonna love, I think you're gonna love these cards. They turned out really pretty. They're all in shades of blue that are in this paper. This paper is, let me see, Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, and Night of Navy. And so all the cards are those blues. I just played on all the different blues. This one does have a little bit of color in it, but I think pretty much the other ones are pretty much all blue. So really, really fun. I'm excited. So those are my sample cards for tonight. Now I am going to take these and I'm going to post a picture of some of my samples over in my Facebook group in just a few minutes. And I hope that you will jump over there and post a picture of the card that you made tonight as a comment to that post so that we can see all the different cards, because that is really, you guys, that's what I think is the most awesome thing about mystery stamping, is seeing how everyone made a little bit different card and how it looked with different papers and different stamps and what you came up with. Yeah, so I'm just really excited. I can't wait to see what you made. So I hope you will pop over there and do that. I also hope that I will see you again on Thursday night for that two-tone flora. And otherwise, you guys have a fabulous week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for Mystery Stampin'. I will see you on Thursday.